Hey, good morning. It's Tuesday, December 28th. Thanks so much for being here this morning. We're going to continue talking about faith. Recall last night we talked about faith. You can see kind of the mist behind me this morning. It's kind of cool. We talked about faith from Hebrews 11. And there's two components here. We read in the first verse. Now, faith is being sure of what we hope for and certain of what we do not see. Well, that certainty, that sureness of what I hope for, is about faith being a journey of hope, a hope in which I'm confident. Faith is not a moment-by-moment thing. It's not some slice. It's not some kind of a mystical experience where faith just sort of explodes on the scene. But faith is something that is real, and it's a journey. It's a walk. It's a faith. It's something it's confident in. And being certain of what we don't see. So this journey is not like other journeys where I have clear mileposts and everything squared away. I'm doing it by faith, and the faith is what's contained in this Word of God. And this is what the folks of the Old Testament were commended for. And then there's this practical admonition here. By faith, we understand the universe was formed at God's command. So what is seen was not made out of what was visible. And this is two ways of telling us that the universe was formed at the word of God, the command of God. In that sense, it's not visible. If you look at the thumbnail this morning, it's a red rose. And if you look carefully at it, you'll see, I'm checking something on the computer. I'll be right, I need this for the rest of the video, but it'll work. It's actually titled. It says faith is unseen. But I use the font that's very similar in color to the rose. So you have to look for it. But just because it's not immediately there doesn't mean that it's not there. Because you can't immediately see it doesn't mean that the words are not there. Just because I can't immediately connect the power of God to all that's going on around me doesn't mean that the power of God and the command of God is not what formed it. We're about to see something amazing going on around us. And what we're about to see is this NASA Webb telescope, which is within the next month will be operative. And their plan, at least, is for us to see visions and views of the universe that we've never seen before, or stunning detail of what we've never seen before. And I'm really looking forward to it. But let's look at this passage and make it practical here. By faith, we understand the universe was formed at God's command. So what was seen was not made out of what was visible, but made at the command and word of God. See, this is what carries us forward in this journey of faith, in this journey of hope. I'm playing some music from Sleeping at Last from Saturn, which is about, and NASA used this very music to talk about the Cassini launch and about things that are upcoming in their program, because of the wonder and majesty here. And again, person I'm told you about many times, Sharon Gerber orchestrated the beautiful strings that are behind this music. If we can catch the sweeping power of the universe that was made at the command of God, when you and I are on this walk, on this journey, when we believe this word and not the visible things around us, we engage in the majesty and wonder of God. We engage in faith. Wow. It doesn't get any better than that. See, I'm not limited by the things in this world. Rather, the glory and majesty of God shows all around me because I see it and hear. I value relationships over stuff. I value trust and delight over performance. I don't require people to do what I want them to do. Rather, I walk in faith and trust in God. That's the majesty that God has for us. That beautiful power of walking by faith. I'm not distressed when people don't do what they're supposed to do, because this word of God tells me that God is able to control all those things and bring good from the ashes of life. That's what it means to walk by faith. That's what this journey of hope is all about. The majesty and splendor of God in the muck of life. And you know, and I know, that life is full of muck. But if we walk according to the faith that we see here, if we engage in this journey of hope, that we can know the majesty and power of God, just as we're going to see it displayed for us in this, Lord willing, in this telescope views that right from the Webb telescope. Let's connect these things to faith. We're going to talk specifically, as we're going to continue looking at Hebrews 11, about how people use their faith in the difficult circumstances of life to have hope, so that their journey of hope is not one of discouragement, but one of fulfillment and trust. Because the universe was made at God's command. And that's the thought for the day. Thanks so much for being here. Check us out everydaytalk247.com. If you haven't subscribed, just turn on post notifications and videos will come right to you. Thank you for your support, encouragement. I'm looking forward to having comments and interaction with you about faith. So you have a great day, and Lord willing, we'll see you tonight. Bye-bye.